Hey everybody, it's Jeff again. I'm at work again. So this morning I did a 25-minute video for YouTube, and I'm uploading it, and I'm like, I should probably test that because I'm half awake. And sure enough, my microphone was muted the entire time, and I had made some good points. I did some good stuff, but anyway. So today's video, I want to talk about my appointment yesterday morning with my dentist, or a dentist. Again, this is my fourth attempt at getting a price. This is the first dentist that offered a payment plan, thankfully. So this dentist, I go in and I'm getting my x-rays done, and they're digital x-rays, and I'm looking, and the hygienist, who is also the nurse at the time that's helping me out, is talking to me and, wondering why I'm here. And I showed her my teeth, and she says, okay, you need a little work. And I said, a little work? She says, okay, a little more than a little work. She says, so what's your ultimate goal for today? I said, I want to get a consult, and I want to get a price for having 19 of my 23 teeth removed and having dentures and partials put in. She goes, oh, you don't want that. Okay. So what do I want? And she could tell that I instantly went from happy to angry like that. So she backed off. She goes, well, we'll talk to the doctor and see what he has to say. And so after all said and done, the doctor comes in and goes, how old are you, Jeff? I said, well, I'm 31. He goes, you're very young to want dentures. And I says, well, I'm also very young to have a mouth like this. He goes, very true. He himself was also his mid-30s, so he can't really talk. He did have great teeth, though. So after picking and prodding and poking and writing down every single tooth that I have in my mouth, which also every single tooth in my mouth had a cavity in it because it's like rust, it just spreads. He looks at me and he says, here's what I think you should do. And he gave me a list of fillings, root canals, and stuff. And I said, Doc, with all due respect, I've been dealing with my mouth for 365 days a year for 10 years like this. That's 3,650 days of me waking up in the morning, looking in the mirror, and hating myself. If I get fillings and root canals, I'm just masking the teeth that I hate because I hate myself. Okay? If I go ahead with these fillings and root canals, can you guarantee me that they will never fall out and I'll end up like this again? Because this is exactly where I was 10 years ago. And a doctor just like you promising that this won't happen. I said, he's shaking his head. Well, and then I cut him off again. I said, I want my teeth pulled out of my head so I don't ever have to be sitting here having this conversation again. He goes, okay. And then the hygienist opens up and says, well, the technology has changed, and the enamels have changed for fillings and all this other stuff. And I says, I don't care. 10 years ago, that's what the doctor said to me then too. I was like, in 10 years from now, will you be sitting there telling me the same story after I just listened to you 10 years before saying the same story? I don't think so. You're going to say, let's do some dentures. So here's my thing. It's going to cost me $5,600 to have just the top removed and dentures put in with this dentist, okay? It's going to cost me about $5,200 to have fillings and root canals done. I don't understand the concept, okay? It's $250 to $300 per tooth to be pulled at this dentist. And in fact, 90% of the dentists in this area, it's about $200 to $300 per tooth to be pulled. He tried talking me out of getting my teeth pulled at the office and wanted me to go to a surgeon's office because they do it quickly there, but yet I still pay the same amount of money. So as I'm walking out of the office, the doctor says, so would you like to set up another appointment to get this done? I was like, no, I can't. I don't have any money. I can't afford this. He goes, well, we need to do something. So whether you do fillings or dentures, we need to do something to stop this from happening. Because earlier in the conversation, I opened up to him when the hygienist left, and I ended up crying while I was talking to him because he was saying I'd really like to do the dentures. He'd really like to do the fillings and root canals. And I was telling him, listen, All I want in life right now is to have a beautiful white smile. I don't want to deal with this coming back, getting fillings falling out, getting more fillings, paying more money, this, that, and the other. I want the teeth that I want the shade that I want them to look the way they look, and I'm going to deal with what I have to deal with to get used to them. Because I haven't been on a freaking date in 5 years. I don't even go out to bars or clubs or parties anymore because I don't want to be seen as the guy with bad teeth. You know what happens to people with bad teeth at parties? Yeah, they're the wallflowers. They're the ones that sit in the corner because everybody's judging them because either they have poor hygiene or they're drug addicts. And guess what? I'm neither. I brush my teeth 3 times a day. I bring my toothbrush with me to work and after breakfast. And in fact, after my coffee, I rinse. So it's just bad genes. He gave me a diagnosis yesterday, and I did not I did not take my paper with me, but it's a hereditary disease in your mouth, and if I had health insurance, it would probably cover the surgery, but not the dentures. The downside of that is I can't afford health insurance because Obamacare fucking sucks. Sorry. I'll see if I can bleep that out. So anyway, yesterday I got back. Sorry, those are my keys. Yesterday I got back home back to work after the appointment, and I lost it. I cried. I couldn't. I figured this dentist would help me because they said they'd help me, and they lie just like all the other dentists. So I lost it. I cried. I got angry. I posted on Facebook that I give up. I posted everywhere that I give up. I almost did a video that I gave up, and something fell into my lap. It's almost like my angels and guides were telling me, Jeff, read this. And that's basically what happened. I was on my Dentures A New Smile support page, and I complained, and I said I gave up. And this girl sends me a message, beautiful, beautiful girl, sends me a message and says, Jeff, I'm in the same boat as you. You should try to find a chain because they tend to be cheaper and tend to work with you more and do payments. And so I messaged her back right away, and I was like, well, I've tried Aspen Dental, I've tried Affordable Dentures, I've tried Gentle Dental. They're all way out of my price range, and the only deal that they're willing to work with me is if I pay half up front, which in some cases is doable, but $5,000 up front. It's just like paying for Hudson Dental where I went yesterday. So then she says, well, I also cannot afford Aspen Dental, but I went to this place in my local area, which is, she lives in South Carolina, and it's called Sexton Dental in Florence, South Carolina. And I went to the website and I saw the fees, and I nearly lost my mind because of the fees that they have down there compared to up here. So I sent them an email, and literally within an hour I got an email back detailing their procedures and stuff. So I'm going to read this email to you fairly quickly here. It's a really short email. It's about 8 pages, so bear with. I'm kidding. It's only a couple paragraphs. Good afternoon, Jeffrey. I hope you are well. Below is a list of our prices for services under local, which means you will be awake but numb. An appointment is not necessary for local, and in most cases can be performed in one day. We ask that you be here Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Sorry, but we are unable to give estimates or a total at this time. Please note that this time of year we are extremely busy and have a max number of patients we can accept in one day. Please be prepared to stay an extra day just in case all services cannot be performed in one day. Now, just so you know, the email I did state everything that I needed done minus, a few things that I want done. Please understand we cannot make guarantees on services until an exam, x-ray, and review of your medical history has been performed. If you are looking for extractions under local anesthesia, the costs are as follows. X-ray and exam is $75. Infection control fee, $10. Simple extractions, brace yourself, $25 to $45 per tooth. I just don't understand. Surgical extraction, $75 to $125 each tooth. Now, up here, $250 to $300, that's a simple extraction. Surgical extraction is almost double, $400 to $600. Redonk. So if you're going for an upper and lower complete denture set, you're going to expect to pay between $250 and $545. Upper and lower partials would go from $170 to $360 each. I did the math. Here's the email. Okay, I did the math. Sorry, everything is backwards, and I figured everything that the doctor that told me that I needed done. And then there's a few things that I want done that I'll probably have the doctor up here do because of time constraints and traveling 15-hour drives one way. 19 teeth at $45 per tooth, $855. Infection control, x-ray, and exam, $85. Upper denture, I said it was $250. I'm going to go with the more expensive one, which is about $200. And then and then the lower denture is let's see, $170. So all in all, it's going to cost me $1,935. That includes lodging, travel time, and food. $1,935. But does not include extra fees when I get there for other services. I want a couple teeth. I'm keeping 4 teeth on the bottom, and 2 of them need fillings, and the other one needs, and they also need to be whitened. That's fees that I'm willing to pay myself. So I need to raise $1,935 more than what I've already raised to get this done. So I apologize in advance, or I apologize for all the hiccups and sounds and stuff. When I'm at work, I can't be quiet, and it's not quiet. I'm on a main road, and this microphone that I bought picks up every single sound. So if you have any questions whatsoever, the address for Sexton Dental Clinic is 377 West Palmetto Street in Florence, South Carolina. And their phone number is 843-656-1942. Now, if there's anyone in the New Hampshire, Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York area that wants to come down with me, just chip in for gas, buy your own food, and chip in for the room and pay for your own dental work. I'll be willing to pick you up on the way there and drop you off on the way back, as long as you have the amount of time that I'm willing to do. So I'm planning on springtime, when it's not as busy, to go up and leave early Tuesday morning. It's going to be a 15-hour drive, probably hour stop, so it's going to be about 20 hours. So I figured it's going to be late Wednesday night when I get there. I mean, late Tuesday night when I get there. So that means Tuesday off, and then go Wednesday 6 a.m. and Thursday 6 a.m. That should be enough time. And then Thursday night, I'm thinking of leaving at night and going home. For me, that's another 15, 20-hour drive. So if you're interested, let me know. I'd be interested in talking to you and finding out a little more about your situation and all that. But I'm still trying to raise the money, so I'm not going anytime soon, unless, of course, you have plenty of money and you want to help me out. Just kidding. But I'm going to put below, my You Caring website fundraiser. Also, subscribe. I'm going to give you updates as things progress. Have a great day. God bless everyone, and blessed be.